Hi, my name's Cody. I own and operate an appraisal company in Denver, Colorado. I've put this video together to help people better understand basic appraisal concepts before they order an appraisal to ensure that what they are paying for will meet their needs. The first two videos explain the concepts of intended use, intended user, client, report type, and report style. Now it's time to understand the three approaches to value. Let's start with an overview, then we'll see when to use one, two, or all three approaches within an appraisal. The sales comparison approach compares the subject property to similar properties that have sold or are listed for sale. Within the sales comparison approach, adjustments are made to the comparable properties to reflect the components of the subject. The adjustments can be transaction-related elements, such as concessions or financing mechanisms, or physical attributes such as size, age, condition, and many more. The idea to this approach is that after adjustments are made to the comparable properties, they reflect the subject and are considered to be market-based indicators of value for the subject. In many situations, one comparable may be more similar and have fewer adjustments than the other comparables, and as a result, may be given more weight when concluding value. The cost approach estimates value of a property by estimating the current, new cost to design and construct all improvements plus the value of the land minus depreciation. Depreciation can be physical, functional, or external and does not relate to the land. Depreciation can be curable, meaning that the cost to remedy the depreciated item is less than the value gained after the item is fixed, or incurable, meaning that the cost to remedy the depreciated item is greater than the value gained after the item is fixed. The idea of this approach is that a prudent purchaser would not pay more for the subject than the cost to acquire land and build a similar property, taking into consideration the age, condition, and other aspects of the property. The income approach estimates value based on anticipated income and expenses of the property in relation to what the market is demanding as return for their investment. There are various methods within the income approach that are not detailed in this video that are very extensive and require great detail. In summary, the income can be capitalized or multiplied to determine value, depending on which method is used. A direct capitalization analysis determines annual market rent or contract rent of the subject, plus any other real estate related income, then deducts for vacancy and collection loss, as well as annual operating expenses that will be borne by the landlord. The result is net operating income, expressed annually, that is divided by an appropriate cap rate. Many other methods within the income approach are possible, which require further explanations. I hope to detail these in an upcoming video dedicated solely to the income approach. Each method should be used if it is applicable to the subject property and assignment, though in many situations not all three methods are applicable and only one or two are developed. Most appraisals require or will employ the sales comparison approach at a minimum, provided that there is one or several comparable properties that have sold or are available for sale. If there are no comparable properties, one or two of the other methods would be developed. Most residential properties that are not new only employ the sales comparison approach within an appraisal because the other two methods would not be considered by a typical buyer or seller. The cost approach is mostly used for new or special use properties in which no comparables are available, or for appraisals related to insurance or new construction situations. The income approach is only relevant if the subject is an income-producing property or if the highest and best use is for an income-producing property. If one or several methods are developed by the appraiser, the process concludes with a final reconciliation. In this step, the appraiser determines which method, if any, had better data, and which method would be most used by the market. Sometimes the final value is a result of weighting 2 or 3 methods, or the final value is a result of only the most pertinent method. As demonstrated, there are 3 approaches to value that can be used within an appraisal. Please keep in mind that there are several methods within each approach that are not detailed in this video. Thanks for watching.